Hi everyone! How are you doing? I hope everyone's fine and enjoying the weekend. Okay, so I have a short talk with my friend Vibin with Ron and very short chat that we had because I was trying to confirm something. Every time I see videos or I have questions, I always ask him because, of course, he's there in the US. And I've seen a lot of videos recently about like the continuation of disrespect of most women, American women, to their men, even though that they're already separated. And it was really sad to hear that this has been happening according to him and according also to my relatives and my brother in the States, because of course I cannot just jump into conclusions. Some of my statements might be opinionated, of course, but yeah, I have to base it on facts and reality, and I have to verify. I have to verify those ideas and thoughts that I have so that it would be accepted as a fact. Then he told me a lot of things, and that he said that yeah, it's really happening out there, and it's really getting terrible and awful, and that's really sad to hear, to be honest. I'm not saying that this is not happening in our side of the world, specifically in the Philippines, because of course we are 7,600 islands now. I may not know all of those things that are happening in the southmost or the northmost part of the Philippines, or even within my region, though I can be sure of that it is not as worse as the disrespect that men get in the US than in the Philippines, because again, everybody is like very conscious of the basis of morality, integrity, and traditional values at the same time, together with their family and the people around us. The society, our government is still, having this basis and threshold of standards. What is the proper and just and fair to each and everyone, whatever, the region you come from, or even if you're a male or female, a kid, an elderly, everybody, even for animals. So I will give my opinion on that and reaction. And I told him also that it's not really like that in the Philippines, because if you really continue to disrespect other people, especially your partners or your husband or your wife, you have a place. You will really be a subject of ridicule, humiliation, something like that. And of course, you will face complaints from either your husband or your wife, whoever the aggressor is. You can complain or file charges for abuse, for human rights violation, for violence, like that, domestic violence, men and women alike. But since our society is more on patriarchal, so it's very rare that you would see that men are disrespected, very rare and uncommon that you would see that men are being battered. If there are cases like that, our community, our government is not blind on that. So whoever the aggressor is, we go for those people, whether he's a man, whether she's a woman. We go for fairness and justice, and we always don't want people that will disrespect others. I've seen in a video that I have asked, I think also to my friend Vibin with Run, that Like there is one that is like teaching her kids to hate the father. Well, there are some, very very few in the Philippines, but it's still I'm really like not shocked, but like what? Like really that worse? Something like that. Because I'm not saying that it's not it doesn't happen in the Philippines, but it's really very rare that comparing to what is happening there. It's not that really like, let's say, can I say brutal, if I may say, maybe 1%, 2% of all the population. Yeah, it's very bad, really. And I feel sad and very like in awe for these videos. Now, this is my opinion, okay? For me, you cannot teach your kids to hate their father, or okay, let's say their mother, if whoever is the ones who is not really okay. It's not good because first and foremost, even how, let's say, even how bad the father or how bad the mother is, they're still the parents, and we always teach our kids like that. I have a friend, I will tell you something. I know a woman that her kids actually didn't speak to their father for like years, maybe 2 years more or less. It's a long time that they didn't want to talk to their father, and one of them were really saying really bad, ill about the father, because let's say that the father also did really not so good and did something, a lot of things. So but then, this woman, the mother, told her kids, whatever the faults of your parents, your father, you have to still respect him, because he is your father. Still, he is your father. Still, without him, you're not here in this world. And then she said to her kids, if you don't want to talk to your father, okay, but be respectful to say hello, or to say, to say, how are you, like that. And then don't talk, don't talk longer conversation, just to say hello is fine. Just keep quiet. She told her kids that don't say anything at all. Don't say bad words or bad about your father, because he still is your father. And she believed that, of course, time heals, so they would talk eventually. But she is not convincing her kids to feel bad about the father, like, oh, your father is like this because like this. Never that she told her kids like that. And she's even trying to help the father and her kids to patch up, to be together, to have bonding activities like that. One time she talked to her ex, and just about the kids like that. And then the ex introduced her to the new girl, to the new woman. Although they were married still legally, because the Philippines doesn't have divorce, but they already understood and settled things that they're separated. The ex introduced the woman to the new woman. And then they talk a bit and was joking. The woman was joking with the new girl that, okay, it's your time to shine. Take care of him. You should understand him. And I hope that, he also changed for the better of his life and your life together. I hope you'll be happy. Wish you all the best, like that. But the woman was kind of joking, like, okay, no, be careful. He has a lot of girls around like this. And then after the talk, this new woman and the ex had a fight. She didn't know about that. But then after a few hours, the ex called this woman again that I know, called and then said, can you please talk to the new woman? Can you please talk to the new woman? And she was angry with me and she fought with me like this because of what you told her. So again, the woman talked to her and said that, no, I was just kidding. I was just joking. No, he's now true and serious to you. He has changed like this. That's what she told her. And then I don't know. So anyways, it's just funny actually. But that was a good thing to do. That's the right thing to do. That you cannot be bitter and be sour graping of the past. I always say the past is only home for the dead. So live your life, your present life, move forward, and hopefully, the ex and her would still support each other in other ways. The woman was still very supportive of him because she believes that he has been part of her life, and the woman believed that he is still the father of her kids. So there's no point of blaming and of digging the past and putting anger and hate on inside her heart for him. She said that what is important is the present, how to solve things about the kids. The most important is the future of the kids, the status of the kids, that they are in good hands, that they can study well, they can go to good school, and they have to help one another on that for the kids. If there would be ever violence, like let's say to the man, to the man or to the woman, you could always go to the local community, the barangay, as we say, and complain about that one. And if you're really gonna separate, you can go to the barangay, but it's not legal way of separating. You have to undergo the annulment process. But then in the barangay or in the community council, let's say, you will be having a settlement, like, okay, you will have the joint custody, like for example, the woman is not giving visitation days, or let's say saying bad things about the father of the kids, or doing something bad, even different kinds of negative things, that evil things that the woman will do. For example, that let's say the husband or the man could always go to the local community council or the barangay, as we call it, and file a complaint, and then the barangay will settle things. So the barangay will settle the custody, like let's say MWF, Monday, Wednesday, Friday with the mother, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday with the father, blah blah blah, like that. And also together with the support. So let's say, okay, how much you will need to give to the mother for the kids. Now in Philippine law, for example, there is separation and kids are under 7 years old, automatically the custody is with the mothers. Over 7 years old, the kids will be asked who they like to be with, or who they want to go with, or who do they want to stay with, the mother or the father. But in the case that, for example, the kid is below 7 years old, in the case that the mother is proven that she is irresponsible, or like, let's say, doing some immorality, and then she was living together with a new man, but she's still married legally, and the husband will go after them, they will be charged. Number two, if this, let's say, the new man is beating the kids, another case, child abuse, even psychologically, physically, mentally, emotionally, child abuse. So if this is the case, the mother is found irresponsible, like she's not taking care of the kids, she's always out drinking there, partying, or doing some, the not improper way, then the husband will, or even the family or other people, can complain in the barangay, and then the Department of Social Welfare, and together with some police, will be there also to assist, together with the barangay officials. The mother is going to be assessed, and these things will be verified. If it is proven that she is like that she is irresponsible, that she is not taking care of the kids, that she is showing immorality to the kids, if the kids sees them that she's doing bad things, she's going to gambling and the kids can't eat, things like this, the custody of the kids will go to the father. Or if the father is not also capable of doing so, the kids will go to the nearest kin, nearest family, nearest relative. Or the last option is the kids will be taken by the Department of Social Welfare for a while. Then they will decide if who is capable, like in the family, in the whole clan. Yeah. So our government is not really blind on these things. Both violence, disrespect to men and women, you will really have a place, and you will be fried in your own oil, as we say, a saying in the Philippines. So yeah, that was close. Case is closed now. I am gradually understanding the cases there, and thinking about that, sometimes I compare, yes, because I am amused and really wondering. And yeah, I'm not saying that I'm sugarcoating things about Philippines or about situations there, but I can guarantee really that if there would be really very, very worse things that that are happening there, it's not as worst as what I have seen in the videos. And if there are, maybe a dot in 113, let's say approximately right now 115 million of Filipinos. Well, that's including kids and all, but I mean, considering the population, family is very important. Again, for my own personal opinion, I think it's not proper that you will hate and still disrespect your ex, your man, for example, because for once, he has been part of your life, especially when you have kids together. Still, he is the father of your kids. You have been happy in some part of your life together. If things didn't go well with both of you, for sure there was the first time that you've been together, the first years or the first moments, the first times together are happy, right? So there is no point of like saying bad things and ill words to the man or to your ex, right? Secondly, you cannot shame him, because don't you understand that his shame is your shame too. You should reflect that if you would understand that you shame him, and it's your shame too because you chose him before. So I mean, it means that you're just showing the world, you're showing others that you're stupid before. You have been stupid, and then you hate him. Oh yes, okay, I understand that. You got angry, he did something wrong, she did something wrong. Okay, but it's not a reason and it's not an excuse that you will still continue to disrespect those people who have been part of your life, who have shared with you in your bed, who have given you love and care and support before, who have listened to you, who have been there with you those times, who have feed you, who have helped you, who have given you smiles in your face before, and who has given you your kids. So yeah, it's a reflection of who you are also when you try to do that. That's just my opinion, okay? Maybe, you're different, I'm different, yes. So, but I'm just saying that for me, what's the use of doing that? There's no use, there's no room for like that. You're just going to live your life full of hatred in here, full of anger, full of bitterness, sour graping, full of blame. For me, I am more of like self-blaming than blaming others, because I always think like it's more of my fault because I did that decision. I did a part. I did something that made and resulted into something, So yeah. Anyways, thank you very much for just saying, very quick, for just when passing into my mind just now. And yeah, thank you very much. Have I been with Ran? Shout out to always clarifying some of my questions and confirming my confusion. And yes, I am beginning to understand a lot. Have a good weekend, everyone. Thank you. Shout out Dwayne Frierson, Patriarch Turner, and Rada. Shelly, hi. She's a good wife. With Rada, also the same. Bye.